Hi, this is Susie Jones, and I'm going to be discussing the genre of informational nonfiction. If you're anything like me, your eyes may have glazed over when you heard those words. Not that there aren't any good nonfiction books, but I've just read way too many that were painfully boring. So why would we want to introduce children to nonfiction? Well, for one thing, it's a way to learn factual information, hence the title. It can introduce children to people and concepts that they never would have heard of or thought about otherwise. Another reason is that there are some children that just don't like fiction books. Reading fantasy and fairy tales holds no interest for them. But learning to read is so important that it's imperative to have a vast array of book types so there can be something of interest for every child. So, the book I selected is a great example of an informational nonfiction book. It's a National Geographic kids book, and it's called Weird But True Stupid Criminals, 150 Brainless Baddies Busted, plus Wacky Facts. So this book is nonfiction because it has only factual information in it. But it also has, one of my favorite parts, is the incredible pictures. The illustrator is Tom Nick Kokatos, and he has done some awesome cut and paste collage pictures in here. If you can see these pictures here, they have people, they have different mouths, they have little hot dogs cut and pasted into their hands, candy wrappers along here. You can see people have, over here the police officer has a different eye. It just makes it fascinating to look at, so it's even more interesting for the kids to read. So I'm going to show you one of the pages here. It's laid out very orderly. They have a title for each of the crimes, and then underneath they have the city and state where it took place, and then they keep, right here you can see a one paragraph explanation of the crime. So it's not long. Kids with shorter attention spans can stay interested in it. Over here, each of the pages also has a circle that either talks about another crime or gives an example of a crazy law in a state or gives information on what something means. And then also running across the bottom along here is a 1 or 2 sentence summary of another crime. So most of the text in the book is written in a funny tone, which also helps to keep children's attention. So I am going to read you one of the pages out of this book to show you how fun and yet informational it is. So this is called Card Sharks, and it takes place in Des Moines, Iowa. And I'm going to show you the picture while I read it. This is one card trick that didn't fool anyone. After a shopping spree, 3 customers tried to pay for their items with a credit card. But when the cashier looked at the card, she noticed it actually belonged to her. Her credit card had been stolen a few days earlier, so the young woman secretly alerted her boss, who contacted police. That's one cashier who really took charge of the situation. So just information, funny, real crime that took place, it's fact. Over here on the side, in our little circle bubble, it says, it's against the law to bring a skunk into the state of Tennessee. Who knew? And then, running across the bottom, it says, 3 criminals used spoons to chip through their cell walls in Alcatraz prison located on an island in San Francisco Bay, California. They were never seen again. So here they even slipped in some history. And this may even get children interested in looking up information about Alcatraz. So I encourage you to look up this book, get a good laugh out of the silly stories, and you may even want to look up other nonfiction books to expand your knowledge on any topic. Thanks!